Aisha Sajalo.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's Aisha Sajalo.
Is this TK? Not who is TK? Okay, go ahead. I'm not seeing your name in the list. That's why I'm not able to unmute. It's okay, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, distinguished guests, viewers. I am Aisha Sajalo, a co-founder of STEM Garage. STEM Garage is a component of Project 1835. We are focused on training kids, especially those of primary school age, to help them access basic skills of the 21st century, mostly related to the fourth industrial revolution. Our goal is to catch them young. I'm happy to be here, and being part of this history means a lot to me. It is historic because we have worked hard to be here today, a journey we will forever cherish. When we co-founded STEM Garage 2 years ago, the goal was to give access to kids, especially in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It is even more valid today. And in fact, it is part of why we are gathered here today to celebrate our success so far. The STEM Garage is a space for kids to take advantage and learn the basic skills of the fourth industrial revolution. Kids graduating from STEM Garage will learn, among many other things, the basic of computer, to be able to fly drones, build and understand the concept of robots and robotics, understand and learn about the internet, receive training in coding through the Scratch programming language, and finally learn other basic in science, technology, engineering, and math. Through this programming, STEM Garage is opening its door by encouraging parents to have their kids enrolled for this first cohort. The first 20 kids we select, it's for free. 12 girls and 8 boys will join this cohort, and we'll be looking further to seeing how exciting the program will be by laying a solid foundation in their educational development, including their problem-solving journey. Our after-school program will give them a competitive advantage in the STEM field. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here with you all to officially inform you that our doors are open, and we're particularly looking forward to welcoming you all to the space whenever you visit Boo City. May God bless us all, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Aisata. That was quite a very touching statement. You can feel the passion of what STEM Garage is doing and how you intend to impact the lives of young people. And I particularly like the phrase, catch them young. And with all the skills that these young people are gaining, and with the platform we now have with the Bo Innovation Hub, I think we're laying a foundation that will be much more stronger for our young people in the future. Thank you very much for that brilliant statement. We now go over to our next speaker. She's online, and she's the commissioner for the National Commission for Children, Commissioner Joyce Weah Tijan Keller. Over to you, Madam Commissioner, for your statement. Hello, do we have Commissioner Joyce in the room now?
Are you getting me now?
Yes, we are. Thank you so much.
Okay. Once again, let me extend my greetings to you from the Commission. And let me first of all commend Project 1835 for this fantastic initiative in creating an innovation hub for our children in Bo District, and maybe by extension, possibly to the rest of the Leonean kids. In several countries today, the creativity and intelligence of the people are stifled. The voices of young people, especially children, are ignored, and the young generations miss the opportunity to test their ideas for improving their societies. Furthermore, kids do not see themselves as an integral part of the solution to their problems and also problems that face their communities. As a result, this culture is of learned helplessness, cuts the countries off from generations of good ideas and stunts the growth of creativity in talented kids. Sierra Leone was determined to change this narrative around children and innovation through its work with government and its partners. This has been manifested in the work of the Commission and the creation of the Directorate of Science, Technology and Innovation, DSTI, by the government. The National Commission for Children, established by Part 2, Section 4 of the Child Rights Act of 2007, was created with the purpose to monitor and coordinate the implementation of the Convention on the Rights of the Child and the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child. The mandate is to oversee the implementation of Part 3 of the CRA and to advise government on policies aimed at the improvement of the condition and welfare of children. The Commission has also been working in line with government MTN, the plan, that's the Midterm National Development Plan, which also places emphasis on human capital development. All of the instruments mentioned emphasize the importance of creating strong, innovative, and developmental platforms for children and young people. Thus, in 2019, the Commission, supported by the government of Sierra Leone, UNICEF, and other partners, organized the inaugural National Innovation Competition for Children as one of the key activities in commemoration of the 30th anniversary of the UNCRC with the theme, "The Sierra Leone That We Want." This made the program, which brought children innovators from all 16 districts of the country, shone a light on children's potential and the importance of empowering children, both boys and girls, with emphasis on girls, to be able to participate in STEM activities in and out of schools. Since then, the Commission, in collaboration with DSCI, has been managing the Sierra Leone robotic team to participate in the first Global Challenge in Dubai in 2019 and 2 other virtual competitions in 2020 and 2021. The first Global Challenge is an Olympic-style international robotics competition that takes place in different countries each year. First Global invites each nation to send a team to build and program a robot to compete. Teams work together to complete tasks in a game themed around one of the greatest challenges facing our planet, including the 14 grand challenges for engineering, in an effort to foster understanding and cooperation among the youth of the world as they use their abilities to solve the world's problems. Cognizant of the importance it attaches to innovation, the Commission also expanded its partnership with Project 1835 in 2022. One of the key objectives of this partnership was to establish STEM clubs in schools and to encourage more pupils in the field of STEM through innovation. As a result, STEM clubs have been established in 30 schools in Freetown, Makeni, and Bo as a pilot project. The Commission's drive in innovation is to empower the next generation with the tools of STEM to unlock a world of possibilities. The Commission believes that all young people should be prepared to think deeply so that they will have the chance to become the innovators, educators, researchers, and leaders who can solve the most pressing challenges facing our nation and our world. The Commission is very impressed with this milestone development by Project 1835, and we are happy to be part of this process today. I assure you of the Commission's fullest support to empower the children today to be our problem solvers of tomorrow. We are ready to work with you to the event to the last village in this country to ensure that we empower our problem solvers today. It is very clear that the challenges we face as a global society needs to be solved, and the next generation, when empowered, can meet this task. Once more, let me thank you very much for such a bold step, and I wish you the best in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Joyce Tijan-Keller, for that statement. And the key take home for me is, we want kids to be to see themselves as an integral part of their own development. And we all know the effect, the positive effect of technology, and creating a platform for these kids to build on their creativity. It's very, very applauding. Thank you so much for your statement. And also, I like the phrase that says we have to empower the children today to be our problem solvers tomorrow. I think a huge part of our population missed that opportunity, which we are creating now for our children. And I want to join you to commend Project 1835 for such a brilliant, brilliant step that they've taken with the Bo Innovation Hub. And I'll also say we look forward to see a replication of this in other parts of the country. Thank you so much for your statement. We'll continue the program, and now we're going to have a statement from Child Fund, and that will be the country director of Child Fund who will be making a statement. Over to you.
While we get Child Fund country director, I see a hand raised up by Mike Levy. If you have a question, check your chat. You can ask a question in the chat directly and we'll address it. If it's an emergency, you can speak up. Otherwise, you can continue the country director Child Fund. And if you're not able to unmute yourself, if you tell me the name you are using here, I will be able to unmute you. Do we have the country director for Child Fund on?
Or probably a representative from Child Fund. Is the country director in the room? Or probably we can skip that for now. And then we go to the other item on the agenda, which is adoption and utilization of digital technology by young people. And we're going to have Momo Francis Toure, development expert. Momo, are you in the room? Hello, is Momo in the room? Hello, Tamba, can you check their microphone to see if, have you unmuted them?
I'm looking at the list. I don't see the names. If you don't sign in with your exact name, I won't see you. But I've set it up where everybody should be able to unmute themselves if you want to do that. If I can see you, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Momo, are you in the room? Can we have your presentation?
If you are going to speak, just click on mute. You should be able to unmute yourself. If you can't unmute yourself, you can also put something in the chat and I will see who you are and I can unmute you. Okay, Momo Francis Toure. Okay, it looks like we don't have Momo online. Okay, can we move on? Is anyone else able to unmute themselves? Aminata, can you try? Or Yusuf, can you try to just unmute?
Hey,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah, I can unmute myself.
Okay, good. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it's not Zoom. Okay, I guess we have to move on. Looks like Francis is not on. Francis or Child Phone Country Director, are you on? Okay. Okay, back to you, Millicent. Okay, Millicent, are you able to unmute? Hello, Millicent, are you on?
When you go, what are you big for?
Bear with us for a minute. Speaking, please use your phone. Okay, let's give Millicent a few minutes. It looks like she might be having network issues.
Okay, I'm back, Tamba. I was asking you to unmute my mic. Yes. Yes. So we don't have the country director for child phone in the room, and Francis. So we move to the next item, which is the role of children in development, especially in innovation and entrepreneurship. And we're going to have a statement from Ramatulai O. Karim, Children's Forum Network. Yes, Ms. Ramatulai, over to you, please.
Okay, Ramatulai, do you have?
Hey, Tom, this is Thomas. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I think I tried to unmute just now. I think folks are still not able to unmute themselves. I literally had to leave the meeting and come back on just to be able to speak up.
Okay, so I have the setting is set here to enable everyone to be able to unmute themselves. So let's see. I reset that to ask everyone to unmute. Allow participants to unmute themselves. Mute all. Let's try this again.
Hi, Tamba. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I think, Tamba, you need to make it clear that people can press the icon that looks like mic. So Zoom is not utilized by everyone, so we should remember that.
Thank you very much. So just in case, if you're looking at my screen, I'm sharing my screen. If you look up here, you will see an icon like this that looks like a mic. That's the icon you need to press.
It's a lot of background noise. Probably
Yeah,
that's
the danger of
meeting everyone.
The reason why everyone was muted.
Yep, it looks like Millicent is able to. Never mind, she's muted again. She was unmuted just now, but
Yes, I can unmute myself.
okay, there
I
she
can
is.
unmute
Right.
myself.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah,
Ramatulai.
Ramatulai. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Please go on.
Okay, so I bring greetings from the Children's Forum Network. I was asked to represent the forum to say something on behalf of children, the role of children in development, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So we want to thank you, Project 1835, for such an amazing initiative. As we all know, the world is turning into a digital and entrepreneurial world, and this will help greatly the youths and children of the country. There is a saying that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and we believe that with this of a start, we will have more and more of this digital hub all over the country by God's grace. We, the children, are very happy and aware that we play a vital role in the constructive process of building unity, economic prosperity, and political stability in a nation, inclusively and democratically. Children's fundamental duties towards the country are moral commitments and performing all the individual responsibilities. We know of these responsibilities and we will take them very seriously, work towards them, as it is one of our goals as the forum to help in the development of the country to make it a better place for the children. With such developmental centers, I believe we are one step closer to our goals and objectives. Entrepreneurship encourages kids to think critically in the process. They also explore and may discover personal strengths and areas for development, thinking carefully and critically about their interests and where they are great natural contributors, or where they may need support. Entrepreneurship education also helps learners develop confidence in their ability to bring a business idea to fruition and enables them with the knowledge they need to do it themselves. With this, I believe we can all work together to make this initiative more successful as it is now. We, the Children's Forum Network, want to thank you for this initiative, and we are open to work with you whenever you may need anything from us, as our goal is to make the country a better place for children. We want to thank you again for such an initiative, and we pray it will flourish more and more and more. Once more, I bring you greetings from the Children's Forum Network. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ramatulai, for your statement. And that has been quite assuring that the children themselves want to take responsibility for the development of our country, and we're committed to doing that. Thank you so much for such brilliant statement that you just made. I see Tamba has removed the agenda. Let me just get that. Okay, so now we go to the next speaker, who is going to talk on supporting digital innovation and STEM for young people. And that person is Josh Commander, Civil Investment. Welcome, Josh, and over to you for your statement.
Thank you very much, Millicent Kabu. Can everybody hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Just checking in. So I'm pleased to be part of this this initiative. This is very laudable. And when I was asked by Tambela Amin to join this in Javombo as well, it was very easy for me because this is what I do. I have been supporting and promoting STEM for over 10 years. And I think there are a lot of people on the forum here who have been following me. So this is not something new to me. From London to the US to in Africa, I've been doing this. So I find this very, very kind of easy. But today, for the next 3-4 minutes, I want to kind of talk to you. I want to talk to everybody on this forum, on this meeting, but also those who will be watching this from the outside. And I want to talk about supporting digital innovation and STEM for young people. I remember a couple of years ago, I think in Frobe College, I declared STEM a movement, and it was very deliberate. I mean, I was asked to kind of do some engagement there. And clearly in that meeting, I had to boldly declare STEM a movement. And so when I see things like this, it really encourages me. So what does it mean to support digital innovation and STEM for young people? Remember, the world now that we are living in is changing drastically. And the force behind that change is innovation and digitization. STEM comes with a prize. If we are going to lay the building blocks for our kids in Sierra Leone, if we are going to prepare them to compete with other countries, other kids in other countries, and eventually if we are going to kind of move a country from where we are now to the next level in terms of development, then we must be intentional and deliberate in investing into STEM. STEM education encourages a generation of innovators who have the potential to change the world. Watch around yourself, watch everywhere in the world, watch countries globally. You will see countries which are making the marks, countries which can stand the test of time. These are countries who have decided to deliberately invest heavily into STEM. So quality STEM education comes with a prize. We must invest in it. It must be a collective responsibility. Now, promoting and supporting STEM, and I'm not going to hide this from you, it is expensive. Look at this project we're launching now in Bo. Launching is a phase, it's one phase, that's the first phase. But then how do you sustain it? Is going to be another very important phase. Anybody can rise up and launch anything, but sustaining it becomes the challenge. And so what I'm saying here is this: I'm calling on everybody to also believe in education, to also believe in STEM. Whether you are on this forum now, in this meeting, or you are watching us from the outside, let us come together. These are the initiatives we must put our resources into. Let us come together. Let us bring our resources, whatever we can afford, whatever we can do. Let us support this initiative. Let us make history. And this is not just for Botan. I know this is going to cascade to other places in the country, but this will be a test. So I'm encouraging you all. Let us support STEM. And for me, there is nothing that will prevent me from supporting STEM. By the grace of God, I'm living STEM. I have seen the power of STEM in my life. Of course, I mean, that's the background I have. And so I intend, as long as I live, I've always told people this, as long as I live, I will continue to promote and support the learning of STEM. Congratulations to Project 18.5 for this laudable initiative. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Josh, for that statement. I can also feel the passion in what you said, and with the background of where you took STEM from university and making it a crusade, kind of, it's very, very
Okay, is everything okay? Looks like we lost Millicent's connection. Is everyone able to hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Yes, Tamba.
Okay, good. This is why we need STEM to fix that internet connection.
Okay, sorry. I think I was having problems with my internet. Thank you for your patience. Thank you again, Josh, for your statement. I can feel the passion in what you said, taking a look at the background where you took STEM from, making it a crusade, and now we're here launching a project that has to do with the creativity and building on the creativity of our young people. Indeed, I totally agree that the world is changing drastically, and we know innovation and digitalization is something that is moving the world very fast, and we have to be in the process. We have to prepare our kids for that. And yes, we have to prepare the kids so that they can compete with other kids in other countries in yeah, which is also very important. So thank you very much for your statement. And yes, we're just having the launch today of the Bo Innovation Hub. I also agree with you that sustainability would be very, very important and a key thing that we should discuss as people who are here today to support or witness the launch of this initiative. How can we all support the center to ensure that it's sustainable, to ensure that it meets its goals and all of that. So we'll be looking forward to people making donations in various ways to support the Bo Innovation Hub. So we don't have a very big launch of a great initiative like this, and few years down the line, there's nothing to show for it. Thank you again for your statement. Sorry. Now we're going to the next speaker, who is Tommy Williams. He's the CEO for Tonat, and he's going to speak on opportunities and potential of such spaces drawing from experience working in Nigeria. Tommy, if you are there, over to you for your statement.
Hey, Millicent, thanks for the introduction. Yeah, so just to, I guess, give you guys a bit of my background. So I've recently moved back to Sierra Leone from the UK. I'm an Oxford University graduate, worked in investment banking at Goldman Sachs in London, and then after that moved into technology, starting a couple of businesses myself, which I've exited, and also worked for Jumia, which is an e-commerce platform in Nigeria, and it's one of the biggest startups. I mean, it's probably a scale up now, but it's one of the biggest tech companies in Africa. So what I'm just going to talk about is the importance of tech hubs and the impact that they have in other regions. So as I'm sure most of you are aware, every center around the world has a tech hub. So there's obviously tech hubs in terms of individual places, but also places where communities form. So Silicon Valley in the US, in the UK, there's a space called Shoreditch Roundabout. You've got places in Berlin, and in Lagos, you had Yaba in the early days. What's important about these tech hubs is that they effectively become communities where people can see an emergence of ideas. And ideas are one thing, and the last speaker touched on this in a fantastic way. But more importantly, there needs to be a collaborative center where the ideas are encouraged and cultivated in order to create tangible results. And results being businesses, it being training, being education, and so on. And many of these results come from bringing the right sort of people into the room. So NGOs, developers, educators, and so on. And Mahmoud's done a fantastic job in doing that. And once you get the right people in the room, then you can go ahead and create that dynamic environment, which many people are yearning for. And that kind of energy that you get from a hub, which I'm sure 1835 will be, is what attracts people from other sectors to come and look at a space like this and be encouraged that rather than going and working in, I don't know, banking or law or something like that, that this is a viable career path and also a viable skill set that you can learn when you're young. And then that's when the scaling comes. So one of the, I guess, things which I've I guess, found out relatively quickly since moving back is that we need to get our best entrepreneurs ready for scaling. And that involves obviously raising funding or having business plans and so on. And projects like 1835 will be fantastic at doing that. And then obviously once you start to get businesses which are ready to scale, that's when the sector really starts to explode. And just for context, fintech startups, so that's just one sector in the sort of STEM space, I guess, obviously more on the tech side, raised $1.5 billion last year in terms of funding. Now, Sierra Leone is a much smaller economy for sure, but there's no reason with projects like this and what will evolve out of it, we can't follow a similar path, albeit at a smaller scale. But more important than all of that financial stuff, it's the potential for impact on the wider economy. The beautiful thing about STEM and tech is that it's one of the few avenues where young people can really thrive early in their career. And that provides opportunities for young people based on talent, not necessarily based on what degree you have, who your family are, and so on. And that's something which is very needed. And we've seen in other African countries such as Nigeria, Kenya, etc., where you see many of these tech entrepreneurs who tend to be young, but have comparable success to people who are a lot older. So that factor that tech is very much talent-based, I think is something that's needed in Sierra Leone. And hopefully 1835 can go a long way, and many people in this room can help contribute towards that. Hopefully this is just the beginning. And hopefully there's this center in Bo, and there'll be other centers further down the line. And what tends to happen, I'm hoping that's going to be the case here, is once 1835 really becomes that center, then other spaces pop up in the local area, whether it's cafes that young people can convene at, or it's centers where people can get internet access if they don't have internet access, and so on. And then that's when you start to build not just a center, but a district where people come and engage with technology and engage with STEM topics. So that's, I guess, the potential. But as was just echoing some of the statements which were said earlier, I think it's important about the longevity of this and sustainability, and setting up the hub in a way that it's going to be here in 15 years time, not just getting it launched. And I know the team at 1835 have this at the top of their minds. So hopefully in 10 years time, we can come back and do a 10-year anniversary for 1835 and celebrate the good work that is done in Bo and other areas of Sierra Leone. Thanks.
Okay, Tommy, thank you so much for your statement. And it's been quite mind-blowing to see how our young people can get involved. And yes, absolutely, it's our young people need the space where they can thrive in their career. And the Bo Innovation Hub is just one. And we hope we can have many of those in various parts of the country where we harvest the creative potentials of our young people so they can contribute to the country's development. And yes, scaling up for entrepreneurs, totally agree with that, because we have lots of young people as well who do not have the required skills, they do not have the required platform to scale up their businesses. So this is quite packed, like we have in everything in one place. Thank you so much again. We now have the demo, and over to the demo from STEM Garage and other innovators and entrepreneurs. Project 1835 will be displaying that for us.
Okay, I'm queuing that up now. Let's get that going. Okay. Can you mute? Who is that person playing video? Who is Jati Vama? It looks like one of those Zoom bombers. So I'm going to remove this person now. It has become common practice for people to bomb Zoom meetings and then play videos. So whoever that was, that person has been removed. So here is the demo. Okay, excellent. What you just saw is basically an evolution of how the building where the hub is currently located has evolved from when it was, I believe, donated to Mahmoud and team to Project 1835 to basically use it as the place where this STEM hub is basically set up. So Mahmoud and team, do you have any word to add to that?
That will actually be part of our closing statement. So wait.
Excellent. So I think back to you, Millicent. We have Millicent on.
Millicent just left, maybe internet connection. So maybe we can just take it to the next speaker. Mr. Momo is also here now.
Okay, Mr. Momo Francis was for adoption, utilization of digital technology by young people. Okay, I think you can go ahead.
Well, thanks everyone. Again, technology. Hello, are you getting me?
Yes, we can get you. Yes.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I was also challenged by internet this morning, but hopefully I'm here. I won't try to repeat, and I won't know what other speakers have said that would be of what, but I just want to focus on the huge benefit therein for young people to adopt or utilize technology, especially digital technology. I want to stress that it will help them to learn and be more aware. As you all know, the discovery of the smartphone and other things, news spread very fast and the rest of it. But more importantly for young people, especially in school, it's a classroom learning tool, which means you can use it to improve on your learning and knowledge acquisition. And it also prepares them better for future tech careers. I mean, for some of us and those who are kind of like born before computer, everything was like with manual, physical, hand, and the rest of it. But with the computer now today, it gives you the opportunity to adventure into tech careers. And the other thing that most people are quite aware of is it improves your multitasking. You can do several things together with your smartphone. You can do a lot of things. And these are really the kind of groundbreaking things that the digital revolution has brought. And then what it is also clear nowadays is that it also gives the ability to young people to improve on their problem solving and decision making skills. So you have to really appreciate this technology and utilize that to the fullest. But that's not just all of the rosy part of digital technology. What I also want to stress at this point is that they should be aware of some of the risks associated with the evolution of digital technology in our lifetime. There is always the common one is the lower attention span. Most times when people have their phones, you hardly have them paying attention to other things, even to their peers, their parents, or their teachers, and the rest of it, because they become submerged into them. And then with the internet revolution, there is also this trouble now. If you are not very aware of how you use it, your privacy is, you hardly have your privacy again, because every other thing, especially for people who are naive in going to social media platform and other public spaces, it is just that they put some information, and that information now becomes their own hunting ground. There is also this thing that is coming up, the risk of depression. Because you are submerged in it and you have little or no time for other spaces outside of the digital space, there is always this issue of people getting some very depressing habits of getting, because you are overwhelmed and the digital space is kind of like very large, and there are a lot of other things there that can cause depression. Again, because people remain sedentary, there is this tendency of young people getting obese, because now it's more like playing video games, playing with your tablet, play with your smartphone, instead of going outside to run, kick football in the grass or in the playground and the rest of it. And what we have started seeing also is bullying. Increasingly, young people are being targeted because they meet on special platforms. There is a tendency of others to start bullying them. But again, the one that is even more common now is in the African context, where we live communal life, social interaction issues are what. So to conclude my little talk is that we are saying that the world is now proliferated with modern technology that have paved the way for multifunctional devices, including the smartphone, smartwatch, and others. Nowadays, we have very powerful and portable computers that are faster and highly powered. So clearly the revolution, which most people now call the fourth industrial revolution, has made life easier, better, and more fun, especially for young people, which therefore means that young people can easily access information that we inform them to be more aware as well as advance their education. In addition, digital technology will help young people to develop and maintain relationships, form their identities, and then self-express themselves, learn, and talk. So giving them that confidence to talk. So I hope you'll be, I mean, young people have no choice actually now to kind of like ignore the digital technology. So what I want to urge all of you is to kind of like utilize it for the benefits that I stated earlier. Don't use the digital technology space to go and harm yourself, but use it to kind of like develop yourself for the next evolution. I mean, some people are saying that this is just the beginning of transforming human activity. So artificial intelligence is growing bigger and wider. But at the same time, what you need to do is to take advantage of the positive side of it. Don't go for the negative side. I'll pause there and ask for any questions if there are. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. I don't know if Millicent is back, but I think the only other person we were missing, I think the next speaker will be a speaker from Orange, who is the Orange manager in Bo, to speak on supporting digital innovation for young people. Do we have the Orange manager from Bo online? I have a presentation from Orange. I can bring that up if we have speaker around.
Yes, good afternoon all.
Okay,
I'm here.
Excellent. So
yes,
let me pull up the presentation.
Okay, just hold it there, Thank you very much, Mr. Morito and Millicent, though she is not here. And also, I want to say a very big thanks to Project 1835 for the opportunity. I bring you greetings all from the management of Orange Sierra Leone, the lead in telecommunications without argument and contention. I'm Augustus Bendu, I'm looking after the South, and I'm very much thrilled and excited to have this platform to just inform members of in this room today, our contributions as a business, as a company, how we've supported digital innovation, especially for young people. To start with, I want to reference our Commissioner Tijan Keller. She made a statement, and I want that particular statement to be printed and boldened and placed at our Fab Lab in Bo, our digital hub. I'm played in Isata and Javombo. She says, let's empower the children for today to solve our problems for tomorrow. I think that one can be boldly placed in that particular digital center. I'm making a plea. It's really a statement that needs to look into. Yes, I will just start from that position before I go to my presentation. Ensure that we prepare the children for tomorrow so that we solve our problem. Orange as a business have been into this very strongly. Fast backward to 2018, when the government of Sierra Leone, the new dispensation, they took power, they made education their priority subjects or their priority agenda. They said they want quality education. And we all know in this modern trend, this modern era, you can't talk about quality education that is devoid or lack of innovation, that is devoid lack of science, technology, innovation, and mathematics. Yeah, so what we did as a business, we are the very first telecom to support government with a sum of $5 million. This was not given in cash. We made a pronouncement and told them that this is our support towards the FQE. So you'll be giving us priority project that you think you want to put side by side for dedication. So our first project was the introduction of the supercoders. Supercoda was a platform that was meant for children from age 9 to 13, where they will be given the opportunity to be telling stories through computer, to be building images through computers. We did this, and we are very much lucky in the South, where we have up to 4 schools where we deploy computers, solar panels. And this is one major contribution I think we've done that's going to impact the lives of our young children. Because for some of us, we are very much unfortunate in our days. We only have the opportunity to have access to computers, maybe after university. Throughout our days at the Jala University, we paid for computer classes, but we never had the opportunity to sit for them. And here as a business, we are giving the opportunity to young children. I'm stressing children because you prepare them now young, then you have a better future. Now, each school in the South, we have the Effort School for Moyamba, for girls at Moyamba, where we give them 13 laptop computers, brand new, we give them batteries, and we also train the tutors that should be taking them through this IT class, innovation classes. We also did the same for the Bo School, we did it for CKC, and for the commercial school also in Bo. So this is one major part that Orange as a business has been contributing immensely towards young people in terms of innovation and innovation. Away from that also, we saw where we introduced our OSVP. OSVP is the meaning for Orange Social Venture Prize, where we give opportunities to youth, to young entrepreneurs that have innovative ideas of how to transform societal problems, of how to help solve youth unemployment, and also how to tackle issues that are very much of immense importance in society. And I'm very much proud and pleased to see that one of the propounder or one of the founder of STEM Garage or this project 1835, Esatsa, happened to be one of our lucky winner. The second edition, she was the runners-up of that particular innovation. She presented, she pitched a case, and then she came the second winner, wherein she was boldly recognized by Orange, and then we give her the platform. And here today, we are seeing this thread she's making. And what the OSVP is doing is that it gives youth with innovations the ideas to transform their ideas into action in society. And we don't only leave you after you've won the prize or the award. We monitor, we follow your processes. And I've been giving the management of Orange steadily updates of what Esther has been doing. And I'm very much pleased that she's here today, and I'm also part of this process of this soft launch. Yeah, so away from that also, as a business, we've been contributing immensely. We are the very first business in Sierra Leone to have a digital ecosystem. As you can see from the slide shared, we have our Orange Digital Center, which is in Freetown here, that has been housing students, youth, and so on and so forth. The strategy that we are using for this particular fab is that we want to serve as okay, go to the second slide, please. Let's go there quickly, the second slide. Slide 2, go to slide 2, slide 2. All right, okay, here. As you can see from the slide, you see our strategy. It's said to promote digital innovation, serving socio-economic development through a CSI strategy in line with the government's vision. Now we include through digital culture and also support job creation. Here, we are giving opportunity. As recent as last month, we share out to the public a public notice that we are encouraging youth and children to apply. If you're above the age of 12 to 19, you want ICT training, free ICT training that has commenced already on the 16th of this month. Sorry, on the 14th of this month has commenced already. It is there at our Fab Lab at Wilkins. We are giving the opportunity, free ICT class. This is all part of our contribution to ensure that we support young people, we change their mind, because the trend as which the world is going now, you can't do without innovations, you can't do without technology. And most of our academic system, and though government is striving to say free education, but you and I know we cannot shy away from that reality. There are schools in the regions, in the provinces, or even in Freetown, that throughout your 6 years there, you will not have the opportunity to sit in front of a computer. And our goal for this Fab Lab is for us to train young people and support innovative startups. Also for us to strengthen entrepreneurial capabilities of young graduates and non-graduates, and also for us to reduce unemployment. What we introduced also in the recent OSVP challenge was that automatically, as you become a winner of this OSVP, you are going to be employed immediately to become an instructor in our digital center. That one is happening now. Our third edition last year, the winner of that innovation campaign is now working at the Orange Digital Center. And also how we're going to achieve this, we'll be looking at several programs for targeting children and also entrepreneurship and so on and so forth. So these are part of the goals. For women also, we know how women and girls have been left out in society, the perception about women, and one thing about the management of Orange, we are very much keen in supporting women and girls. As also part of our contribution to society, innovative ideas is for us to see how we'll be doing programs strictly targeting in young people that are female or that are girls. Like for example, now this current innovation idea that is going for this year, we have a special category that's going for 50 million. That we call this the Orange Woman Experts. That if you are a woman, you have a business idea or an innovative ideas, and if you are being selected upon application, after you've done your pitching, if you happen to be the winner, you are entitled to 50 million plus other supporting kits. So this shows that we are not only a telecom, we are not only dealing in top-up sales or SIM cards, but we are also ensure that we bring people closer to what matter and ensure that society have a feel of our presence. Next slide, please. Let's go to the next slide that is talking about our coding school. Okay. Now you can see here we just completed training of 32 students to become full stack developers. This is very, very magnanimous. This is very, very great. It is historical. It has never happened in the telecom world. We are taking the pace there and want to encourage Project 1835 to ensure to also meet out to other business partners, because like one speaker just said, I think it was Williams, we have to bear the cost of innovation. Is very much expensive. We've trained students in WordPress website design. We've trained students in office assistants. And also we are embarking on community trainings to bring knowledge to different localities in Freetown and the provinces. This was done last month, wherein for this OSVP, we targeted all the schools and universities and radio in the regions, wherein we are not limiting all our innovation ideas or support to Freetown, because Freetown is not Sierra Leone. We came to Jala University, we came to Kenema, Kono, and even Makeni, where we tell them about the essence of being an innovative person. There are people out there that have the ideas, but they never have the platform. So what we are doing as a business is to create this platform. Come out, apply. If you are qualified, we have partners in Sierra Leone that are into innovation and that are very, very objective. They are very, very professional to say that we are going to look after our own people that are related to oil. No, we give opportunity to everybody. I never knew Esata when she applied for the second edition of this particular innovative contest. It was only after she won and the office told me that we have a winner from Bo. That is the time I came to know her. That tells you how credible all our programs are. So I think this is one of the major things we are doing as a business. We are creating the space. Already we have an office space. And also now we have been asked as regional managers to identify locations in the region where we are going to have also our digital schools. But what I've been pushing for, and I pray it happens, that already there is this one project 1835 that has come up. If all can come in line to support them, I think it'll be a good one, so that its impact will be really, really felt in Bo and the entire southern region. And the last slide, please. Let's go to the last slide about the Fab Lab. Okay. As you can see now, we have local teams set up the laboratory with 3D printers, router, embroidery machines, and other. Our students there now are creating robotics. You can see that all what Project 1835 is about is also what our Fab Lab, our digital center is operating on. So I think we have so much in common. We have so much in common, and I'm going to use my noble office to push so that the Fab Lab that we have already opened out today here in Bo will have the greatest support and partnership, because some of these things, alone as a private individual, you cannot handle it. You totally need the support of institutions, organizations out there, the private entity. So far, so good. I think I want to say a very big thank to the management of Project 1835 and all participants here today. On behalf of the management of Orange Alone again, I bring you greetings. I want to say congratulations to you, Project 1835, to Asata, to Javumbo for all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Excellent, and thank you very much. I believe that brings it next to me. I don't know, Millicent, if you are on. Mahmoud, do you know if we have Millicent on? Okay, if we don't have Millicent on, I think based on the agenda.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. My apologies. I've been struggling with my internet.
We're going to fix that.
Trying to connect. It's been so frustrating for me. Yes, I've lost. I don't know where we are. I've lost track of what we've been doing.
I believe we are now.
Come back, can you please just look?
We are the second to last item in the agenda, which is the need and opportunities, the future now. Can you all see my screen?
I'm not sure I got you. Yes, it's the present.
Yes. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, I can see
Yes,
it.
Taba, yes.
Excellent. So
Can
it
see.
looks like we are.
Yes.
It looks like we are at the second to last item. So I'm going to try to be as brief as possible because we've been here for a while. So I know some of you might have seen the logo, so I'm just splashing it there so you can see what the logo that the team came up with. But before I even start to say anything, we don't take time most of the time to thank the people who are behind some of the things that we enjoy every day. So I'm here today being able to talk to you all. I am currently in New York because someone in Sierra Leone spoke to me, and this is someone that I've known for a very long time, and shared this idea with me. And because I believe in what this person shared with me, I jumped on board and have been working with this specific person to basically get us to the last mile. This person is going to speak next. I'm pretty sure they are not going to thank themselves. So I'm going to take the step first to start by thanking Mahmoud Javongo. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we are here today because of him. Why? Because if he didn't bring us all together, we will not have been talking about the Bo Innovation Hub. So the pictures you see are just random pictures that I found online where Mahmoud has been engaged with students and with other individuals throughout Sierra Leone and in some cases outside Sierra Leone, trying to make this dream come true. And today, I'm pretty sure, Mahmoud, you should be very proud of yourself that you have been a support for a lot of children. You've been a support for a lot of schools. And you are a good example that Sierra Leone will want to look out for. And I will encourage every one of us here to basically copy what Mahmoud is doing. So thank you very much. In addition to that, I also just want to take this time to basically thank some of our sponsors and supporters that have been able to help us to get to this last mile. With that said, there are some pictures here even of some of these people that have been working day and night for the past 2 weeks. And we've been able to get to this point where we are today doing a soft launch. So now, what does it take to actually do what we are all doing here today and what Mahmoud has championed as a leader? What does it take to create a STEM hub? What does it take to create a fab lab? What does it take to create something like this in a country like Sierra Leone, right? Here is a picture or an illustration of what some STEM labs look like. You can see there are stuff about programming, there are things about 3D printers, there are robotics, there are things about soldering and tools and electronics. All of these things cost a lot of money. And sometimes most of us believe that these things can only be done by government or they can only be done by private for-profit companies as part of their corporate social responsibility. We are right to believe that. We have the right to believe that because this is how we've seen it done all the time. We haven't seen any other example. But I want you all to believe today that there is another example and there is another way. And Mahmoud and team at Project 1835 has basically shown what that other example is. And that other example is basically working with partners. These partners can be individuals, they can be organizations, right? They can be your friends, they can be your family. And also putting your money where your mouth is. If you believe in something, start investing in that something yourself so other people that you are going to call to bring on board will truly believe that you actually believe in what you are saying because you are putting your money into it. And Mahmoud did exactly that. That motivated me. It motivated a lot of other people that I spoke to. And we are where we are. So show you another way that that lab looks like, right? Is this Bo STEM hub going to look like this? Is it going to look different? It might look like this. It might look like this. It might look like a combination of both of this, but all of this is going to cost money, but it's going to present a lot of opportunities for our children. And why do I say a lot of opportunities for our children? Because I call them the digital natives, right? And most of them are born while we have phones. When they come out, we have phones. We talk to them on phones. I laugh sometimes when I say this, but the first word my son learned how to say was the word Alexa, because when he was born, we had the Alexa AI at home, and he will hear myself or any one of our family members saying, Alexa, turn the lights on. Alexa, turn the lights off. Alexa, turn the TV on. So Alexa was the first word he knew how to say, right? And Alexa is already talking. Alexa, stop. Now, why this is important? This is important because if we introduce our kids as young as 1, as young as 2, 3, 4, at that very young age, if we introduce them to STEM, we introduce them to the tools, we introduce them to the systems, they will become much better than us. They will be able to think outside the box. They will be able to achieve some of the things that we have not been able to achieve, because some of us knew about computers while we are in college. I'm pretty sure most of you will agree with me that more than 50% of university students in Sierra Leone today pay someone in a desktop publishing place to type their dissertation. Imagine what that means, right? You write all your dissertation on paper, but you have to go pay someone to type it because you don't know how to type. You don't own a computer. There is no computer lab in the college that you can use that is free. But if we introduce things like this to kids as early as when they are in preschool and as early as when they are in primary school, do you think these kids are going to ask someone to type their dissertation when they get to college? If these kids want to write a book, they are not going to talk to some typist to type the book for them. They are going to type it for themselves because they are going to know how to type, right? When these kids get to, let's say, upper primary school, are you going to start teaching them what is a computer, what is a mouse, what is a keyboard? No, they already know what that is. They are going to use the keyboard, the mouse, and the computer, the whole thing itself, to create something that will help them in their education or that will help their community. These are the opportunities that we have. These are the opportunities that are in front of us, and each one of us need to contribute to make it happen. If we sit and say we're going to wait for government to do it, it's probably never going to happen, because we all know governments all over the world cannot do everything. They rely on private sector. They rely on individuals, right? We have to step up as Sierra Leoneans, as individuals, to build the foundations that we need for the next generation of our leaders. And that foundation, as we know it today, starts with STEM. Everything is about computers. Everything is about science. It's about math. It's about engineering. We have to start by catching them early. So to summarize, I will ask these 3 questions. What is the cost of setting up a STEM hub like this, right? What do you think is the cost of running a STEM hub like this, right? How do we raise funds for such a project? I believe people are going to have different answers for this, but I'm going to summarize this in a very simple way. And I'm going to ask each one of you to start thinking about this the next time you have a project. Don't think about your next project funding to come from some private company or to come from government. It might come from your neighbors. It might come from your friends. It might come from your family. It might come from the whole country, or it might even come from the actual beneficiaries themselves. And when it comes from them, they might not even feel it. They might not even know that they've spent any money at all. So I did some math, and the math that I did is this. I know in Sierra Leone, we have about 2 million students that are in basic education, right? Primary, pre-primary, primary, and basic and junior secondary, all the way to senior secondary, I believe. There's about 2 million, right? If we have about 2 million of them, I made the assumption that let's assume that we want to raise funds to build 16 hubs like this. We don't want to ask the government to do it. We don't want to ask a private company to do it. We just want to go straight to the parent. We just want to go straight to the student and say, how can we put money together in Leones and build something? And my math tells me, if you're a mathematician in the call, tell me if this is wrong. My math tells me if I do 2 million people and I ask each one of them to contribute just 10,000 Leones, which is less than $1 each, I will be able to raise about 20 billion Leones. When I converted that into US dollars, based on the current Bank of Sierra Leone rate today, I ended up with something like 1,500,000, 1.5 million per year. If only each one of these parents can commit to contributing just 10,000 Leones a year, we can build 16 hubs like this, or even better than this, and sustain these 16 hubs every year just out of this 10,000 Leones per student or per parent. Just let that sink in, right? And think about if you ask for 50,000, or if you ask for 100,000 a year, or even if you ask for 5,000 a month, right? And then think about the extra contributions that will come from the private sector. Think about the extra contribution that will come from the missions, because most of our schools are owned by missions. Think about the extra contribution that will come from alumni associations. Think about the extra one that could come from government or the NGOs. You can see that this is a very easy thing for us to do. Why aren't we doing it? We probably don't know the reason why, or we don't believe in it. And I want to tell you, I want to encourage you to believe in it. I'm able to speak to you here today, and I'm able to contribute to this project because STEM saved me. When I was growing up, I wanted to become a civil engineer. By accident, out of high school, I came across computers and I got stuck. Today, I'm very proud to say I work in the computer field as a technology architect. And as a technology architect, working on computers, I make about the same money that a medical doctor makes. I make about the same money like the traditional engineer makes. I make about the same money like a lawyer will make. All those traditional fields that we know that our parents will ask us to go for medicine, go for engineering, go for law. You can be in any of these STEM fields or any of these non-traditional fields like computer programmer, you can be a computer engineer, you can be a QA tester, you can be a project manager, you can be in any one of these fields and still make the same amount of money that people in these traditional fields will make. And you'll be able to also create a greater impact. So the opportunity in front of us is, let's embrace STEM. Let's encourage our kids to embrace STEM. Let's introduce them to STEM as early as possible. Let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's don't sit and wait for government to do it for us. Let's don't sit and wait for some private company that's probably owned by non-Sierra Leoneans to come and do it for us, because the day they are pissed off with Sierra Leone, they will pack and go. Let's do it ourselves as Sierra Leoneans, and let's ask the others to help us in the journey. And let's make it happen. I'll leave you with that, and I think I'll hand it over back to Mahmoud. Thank you all very much for listening. Okay, Mahmoud.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you very much. You want me to jump in now?
Yes.
To just
yes,
give the closing. All right. Thank you very much, Tamba. For us in Sierra Leone, I know most of us must have experienced huge problem to be on this call this morning and towards the afternoon. And that is the more reason why we are doing this. Frustrations like what we experienced this morning is the reason why we came together to start the Innovation Hub. And the plan is not to just stop in Bo, the plan is to actually expand to other areas so that young people and kids can actually take advantage of opportunities in STEM and in technology. So let me start by thanking and appreciating all of you that have been actually patient to be here, particularly our speakers. Our speakers in diverse ways have confirmed the assumption that indeed there is need for an innovation hub in a provincial city like Bo. What seemed to us like an ordinary idea 2 years ago is now a reality. I am excited that it didn't just happen because of Mahmoud Jabumbu, as Tamba must have put it. It happened because of community. It happened because of several friends and supporters. Some of those people and organizations actually deserve honorable mention as a way of appreciating their efforts. Thank you all those that contributed to this process, making sure we are here today as a team. I want to single out very few people, not necessarily everyone. I know for us to have been where we are today, it was the effort of so many people. But I want to single out Ambassador Ali Bangura. He was one of the first believers of this initiative. He did not only believe in the idea, he went ahead to give us the space we are using today as Bo Innovation Hub for free. And he also provided seed funding as his contribution to the then renovation exercise. Of course, you've all heard from Tamba, and Tamba isn't only a mentor and a strong supporter in diverse ways. Like Ambassador Ali, he did not just believe or provide ideas. He contributed financially to the renovation and provided all the computers you all see today at the Bo Innovation Hub, including other equipment. He didn't just do that. He also went further to fundraise more than 20 million under 2 weeks to accelerate the ongoing renovation work ahead of today's launch. Thank you very much, Tamba Lamin. You've always been a mentor, and this is just a testament of having more selfless people like you in Sierra Leone. I also want to mention somebody who has also been like very instrumental in this process. Other great minds to this initiative are Joshua Commander of Seaview Investment. He also did not just contribute his financial resources. King Joss, as he's fondly called, is a STEM enthusiast himself. He's also leading in curating a STEM curriculum for the kids who will benefit from the space. Most important also, we would like to thank the following people and organizations. Selfa Jobson Momo, he's also one strong believer and a mentor, someone we have actually brainstormed severally, but we didn't just stop at brainstorming. He's one of those few people at the early hours when we actually started who contributed their resources to make sure that we are here today. The Kotiti Pharmacy, the Old Prince William Association USA, Henry Schiller, Leslie Freeman, Dr. Fuad Sharif, Sir Levy, the Village League, Sierra Leone Missions and Development, TPI Cent, TPI Estate, Samuel Faulkner, Yusuf Lansana Koueshi, Desmond Decker. So of course, our pioneers, a group made up of mostly friends, family entrepreneurs for Bo, who stayed up late to brainstorm, met on several weekends to guide the process to be where we are today. You are all been part of an amazing journey, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, guys. You will see some of these people doing our in-person launch on Saturday. So the young and vibrant staff of Project 1835, you've always been there during the rains and drives of this effort, providing all the administrative support, including the leg work. You guys are just amazing, and I truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And finally, to all participants of this webinar, you are here because you believe that innovation and entrepreneurship should be central to our country's development, and that we should catch the champions very young to lead the revolution. Today, we want to use this moment to assure you that this is the start of an exciting journey, and we look forward to seeing some of you at the in-person launch in Bo on Saturday. Thank you, and may God bless all of us, and may we all continue to lead the way as we open our doors to kids and young people of Bo with the sole mission of turning them into active problem solvers. Over to you, Tamba.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud. An excellent presentation. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done to get us to this point. So thank you all, everyone who has participated. We have about 28 participants in the call right now. So thank you all very much. We truly and really appreciate that you all be out with us. We didn't start on time, but we are able to make it all the way to the end. Thank you very much. Most of you who are in Bo might have been invited already to attend the in-person. So please feel free to attend the in-person event on Saturday. Maybe we can use this opportunity to take a group picture if all of you agree. I have my screen shared and open, and if you can turn your cameras on so we can see your face, we can actually take a group picture here. If you're shy, we'll Photoshop your face. Let's turn the cameras on. Let's go, beautiful people. Turn the cameras on.
Can you see mine or maybe the
Yes.
presentation?
I can
the
see
slide.
you. Yep, I can see you all.
Okay.
Are you seeing me as well?
Yes, I can see you, Momo Toure. Yes. Nice job. Joyce, Joseph, Joseph, I can see you. Aminata, I don't see you yet.
Can you see me?
Tafi,
Sorry,
don't
I
see you.
stopped what I'm doing just to attend this. So I'm not really ready yet. Sorry.
You're gonna have to be ready. I'll put a face to that.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, Alassane. Okay, ready? You want to smile?
Hello, can you see me?
Yes. Ready for that
Can
picture?
you see me?
Yes, I can see you. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Smile. 1, 2, 3, go. Smile. And let's all say innovation. 1, 2, 3, go. Innovation.
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 2, 3, go. Smile. Innovation.
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 Excellent. I will share the pictures. Thank you all very much.
Yeah,
We'll share the
most
pictures and the videos later.
Okay,
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you as well.
Okay.
Okay.